Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. If you are new to the channel, welcome. This is Richard for WELSHYTECH, and today we have the A70 Vision in white. Should you buy it? Let's find out, shall we? Okay then guys, we are back with another video. This is the Thermalright A70 Vision in white, and from what you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. Comes with a screen. It's got that premium look with everything, as you can see, rubber grommets, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's get into some of the specs now, shall we? Case dimensions are 450.8 times 289.5 times 477 millimeters. The actual net weight of this is 11.44 kilograms. The materials is ABS, SPCC and tempered glass. The motherboards supported here are ATX, micro ATX as well as mini ATX, but this also does support the back connected motherboards, which are for ASUS, MSI, which are ATX. The front I/O, well, you do get a power button, you get audio for headset, audio jack, you do get two USB Type A's as well as a USB-C connection. So when it comes to actual fan support, the bottom does support three 120mm fans, the side does support three 120mm fans, and the back there does support two 120mm fans. Radiator supported, well, you can, at the bottom you can fit a 120, 240 or 360. The side you can fit a 120, 240 or 360mm AIO. Max CPU cooler, its support is 168.4 millimeters. The GPU, it does support a 420 millimeter GPU, which is basically the biggest. Expansion slots, there is 7. As for the power supplies, well, as you can see, the power supply goes by there. It does support 200mm ATX power supplies. So as I did say, this is the Vision, so this does come with our almost 10-inch screen. As for the actual back panel, as you can see, there's plenty of room for cutouts, for SSDs as well as hard drive mounting. You can put them in that little drive caddy there. Obviously, when it comes to the screen, it is a 9.16-inch. The screen resolution is a 1920 by 480, and of course, it is a 9-pin USB 2. As for what actually comes in the box or the overall accessories, this is the accessory box here. Now, this is really actually a good accessory box because look, it comes with cable ties, all the screws you need. It does come with some Velcro straps. It also does come with a ARGB as well as 4-pin, because this does come with a ARGB controller, which does do fans as well as ARGB, which actually supports a whack ton of power of fans. And then, of course, then you do get this manual by here. And this is the manual. It's color-coded, everything. It tells you the overall accessories, tells you everything about the overall case, how to mount certain things, how to take off things, which is absolutely awesome. That is great. That is really, really cool. And there's a lot in there. And also, Thermalright did send this little care package over with fans as well as an AIO, the Trofeo, which I have reviewed on the channel. And yeah, so look, that's everything for this case. Let's get some hardware installed in this now, because I am going to be testing it with a CPU air cooler, but I'm also going to show you how this would look if you literally just done it all out with Thermalright fans and an AIO. So make sure you continue to watch. Okay, so when it comes to the actual specs or the system I use for testing for cases particularly, it is my Intel Core Ultra 265K. It's got 32 gigs of DDR5 from Kingston. It does have an ASRock Z890 Riptide motherboard. It also has a 2TB NVMe Gen 5 from Acer. It's got an RX 7800 XT. I do use the 1000-watt power supply for BQET, and as well for the actual airflow testing I do use the Royal Predator 130 from Thermalright. Comes to the actual benchmarking, I've actually done quite a different testing this particular time. Now, I've done it with 50, 100%, that's just with zero fans because that's the way it comes with. And then I've also done them one with fans. So basically these reverse fans on the side, so it shows you what kind of airflow this thing can have. Now, for the 50%, the Cinebench R23, the idles of the CPU was 28 with a max of 91, and the CPU was drawn 210 watts. Now for Thermalright 2, the GPU temp was an idle at 25 with a max of 55. The GPU junction temp was an idle at 48 with a max of 76, and the GPU hotspot was an idle at 31 with a max of 84, and the GPU power draw was 274 watts. Now for the 100%, this is just with no fans. This is just the air cooler running a 100%. So for Cinebench R23, the idles are 36 with a max of 87, so it did come down somewhat. The power draw was same, 210 watts. For the GPU temp for Thermalright 2 was an idle at 32 with a max of 54. The GPU junction was an idle at 54 with a max of 74, and the GPU hotspot was an idle at 38 with a max of 82 Celsius, and the same power draw, 274 watts, and the temps have already come down for the GPU. Now, what I've done is the reverse fans by here, the M12, these are the fans I put in for, but they're just reverse, and they were the only fans, and with the air cooler of course. Now, for the Cinebench R23, the idles are 30 with a max of 83. That already come down significantly with the same power draw, 210. Now the GPU temp idles are 26 with a max of 56. GPU junction was an idle at 47 with a max of 76, and the GPU hotspot was an idle at 33 with a max of 85. So, and the GPU power draw is the exact same at 274 watts. Okay, so what do you think of that? Now, yes, there's a lot to go through, but what I'm going to tell you first of all is what I like. Now, I like the overall case. I think the white stands out definitely. It looks gorgeous. It's a premium feel for this case. It's got glass everywhere. This would be the first case I've actually reviewed that hasn't got a top panel with ventilation for like fans and so forth. So this is more of a stack type case where you put fans at the bottom and then the air goes up. So, you know, it's something different for me to do. It feels premium, the overall construction of it, the included accessories, so forth. The included ARGB hub comes with it. It's very, very good as well. You can hook up to like 10 fans. And because it has SATA power, that means you could daisy chain as many fans as you want. The included screen, it is really nice. The TRCC software, I have reviewed that plenty of times in their AIOs. It's the same software or the same screen as the Trofeo here, but it's bigger, so the resolution isn't as nice as it is on the Trofeo. Now, as you can see, it fits plenty of fans. It fits AIOs, it fits loads in here. GPUs, it would fit the biggest, you could fit in here. Motherboards, it fits ATX motherboards. It just got that premium feel, and it's quite nice to see Thermalright going for the premium when it comes to cases. And the price isn't bad either, £110, but that doesn't come with fans, which is a bit of an unfortunate thing. And obviously it does come with this 10-inch, almost 10-inch screen. It's 9.16 inches, so it's almost 10, but you know, that comes in it with the overall package for £110. But what is the cable management like? Well, let's check that out, shall we? Okay, so this is the back panel. It is very sturdy. This is very thick reinforced steel. Now, as you can see, I didn't really do any cable management, but what I'm going to say, there's plenty of room here. Now, I did have to take the drive caddy out because that was to put in the included ARGB hub here. It holds up to 10 fans Yep, 10 fans, and because it's got SATA power, that means you can actually daisy chain more than that. The power supply, by here, it can fit quite large power supplies. There's plenty of room in the back for cable management. I like the fact that, obviously, by here, this part here, you can take that off. That's how I got this in, because of the shroud in the front. You'd have to take that off in order to get that in, and sometimes a bit of a faff. But there's loads of ample cable management room. There's plenty of room in here for cables, an ARGB hub. There's plenty of room in the back. So yeah, okay, so should you buy this case? Well, that I'm gonna leave up to you. Because this case doesn't come with case fans, then of course the price there, you're paying mostly the price there for really the extra cost is the screen. I'm not a big lover of screens on cases personally, but that's just me. I would personally prefer to put that extra money into case fans, but that's just me. The rest of the products here, of course, like the fans on the side, but here the AIO. Thermalright sent those out directly for me to show you what it would look like in a build. Unfortunately, I do have other white products here, but I don't have any white GPUs that are big enough, or this particular one, so it doesn't exactly look as nice. But obviously it's a very good quality case, and it gets a thumbs up from me. There was no issues when it comes to the quality control or anything. No issues there. Very simple to build in, and I do like the overall included manual because it's all color coded, tells you everything you need to know. So yeah, look, if you want to buy one of these, get this at the cheapest price, and that is at computerorbit.com. They are the official distributor for Thermalright, so you can get a discounted price there. It's £109.99 there. For that pricing, it's not bad. If you're looking anywhere else, it's going to cost more. So head over there now and grab one for yourself. And a big thank you to them, as well as Thermalright, for sending out the other extra bit, so I can get you guys to have a look at what it actually could look like with some extra parts. So yeah, look. Don't forget to subscribe. I've got absolute tons of stuff here. I've got Intel CPUs. I've got loads of stuff here. Cases, AIOs. I've got loads of stuff on the way too. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic week and weekend ahead of you. This is Rich WELSHYTECH. Goodbye.